Bosnian Cyrillic, widely known as Bosančica, is an extinct variant of the Cyrillic alphabet that originated in Bosnia and Herzegovina. It was widely used in Bosnia and Herzegovina and the bordering areas of Croatia. It was particularly used by the Bosnian Church community. Its name in Serbo-Croatian is Bosančica and bosanica, the latter of which can be translated as Bosnian script. Croat scholars also call it Croatian script, Croatian Bosnian script, Bosnian Croat Cyrillic, Hrvatsko pismo, Arvidica, or Western Cyrillic. 4 other names of Bosnian Cyrillic, see below. The use of Bosančica amongst Bosniaks was replaced by Arabica upon the introduction of Islam in Bosnia, first amongst the elite, then amongst the wider public. The first book in Bosančica was printed by Francisco Michailović in 1512 in Venice. History and characteristic features. It is hard to ascertain when the earliest features of a characteristic Bosnian type of Cyrillic script had begun to appear, but paleographers consider the Humac tablet to be the first document of this type of script and is believed to date from the 10th or 11th century. Bosnian Cyrillic was used continuously until the 18th century, with sporadic usage even taking place in the 20th century. Historically, Bosnian Cyrillic is prominent in the following areas: passages from the Bible in documents of Bosnian Church adherents, 13th and 15th century, numerous legal and commercial documents of nobles and royalty from medieval Bosnian state in correspondence with the Republic of Ragusa, and various cities in Dalmatia, beginning in the 12th and 13th centuries, and reaching its peak in the 14th and 15th centuries. Tombstone inscriptions on marbles in medieval Bosnia and Herzegovina, chiefly between 11th and 15th centuries. Legal documents in central Dalmatia, like the Poljica Statute and other numerous charters from this area. Poljica and neighborhood Roman Catholic Church books used this alphabet. Until the late 19th century, the Supita fragment from the 12th century was found in Sveti Petar u Sumi in central Istria, among the stones of a collapsed southern monastery wall. Until the 15th century it was a Benedictine monastery and later a Pauline monastery. This finding could indicate that Bosančica spread all the way to Istria and Kavarna Gulf. The Roman Catholic Diocese in Omis had a seminary active in the 19th century, in which Hrvatica letters were used. Liturgical works of the Roman Catholic Church from Dubrovnik, 15th and 16th century. The most famous is a printed breviary from 1512. The comprehensive body of Bosnian literacy, mainly associated with the Franciscan order, from the 16th to mid-18th century and early 19th century. This is by far the most abundant corpus of works written in Bosnian Cyrillic, covering various genres, but belonging to the liturgical literature. Numerous polemical tractates in the spirit of the Counter-Reformation, popular tales from the Bible, catechisms, breviaries, historical chronicles, local church histories, religious poetry and didactic works. Among the most important writings of this circle are works of Matija Divković, Stjepan Matijević and Pavo Poslović. After the Ottoman conquest, Bosnian Cyrillic was used, along with Arabica, by the Bosnian Muslim nobility, chiefly in correspondence, mainly from the 15th to 17th centuries. Isolated families and individuals could write in it even in the 20th century. In conclusion, main traits of Bosnian Cyrillic include: it was a form of Cyrillic script mainly in use in Bosnia and Herzegovina, central Dalmatia and Dubrovnik. Its earliest monuments are from the 11th century, but the Golden Epoch covered the period from the 14th to 17th centuries. For the late 18th century it rather speedily fell into disuse to be replaced by the Latin script. Its primary characteristics show strong connection with the Glagolitic script. Unlike the standard Church Slavonic form of Cyrillic script associated with Eastern Orthodox churches, it had been in use in ecclesiastical works, mainly in Bosnian Church and Roman Catholic Church in historical lands of Bosnia, Herzegovina, Dalmatia and Dubrovnik. Also, it was a widespread script in Bosnian Muslim circles, which, however, preferred modified Arabic Aljamiado script. Serbian Orthodox clergy and adherents used mainly the standard Serbian Cyrillic of the Rasava orthography. The form of Bosnian Cyrillic has passed through a few phases, so although culturally it is correct to speak about one script, it is evident that features present in Bosnian Franciscan documents in the 1650s differ from the charters from Brac Island in Dalmatia in the 1250s. Controversies and polemic. The polemic about ethnic affiliation of Bosnian Cyrillic started in the 19th century, then reappeared in the mid-1990s. Without going into nuances and details, the polemic about attribution and affiliation of Bosnian Cyrillic texts seems to rest on further arguments. Serbian scholars claim that it is just a variant of Serbian Cyrillic, actually a minuscule, or italic script devised at the court of Serbian King Dragutin. According to them, all Bosnian Cyrillic texts belong to the Serbian literary corpus. Some consider that a strong argument in favor of the Serbian side is the fact that there are a lot of mentions of Bosnian Cyrillic as Serbian letters or Serbian characters among Catholics and Muslims. The main Serbian authorities in the field are Đorđe Tadić, Vladimir Korović, Peter Kolandić, Peter Thorduk, Vera Jerković, Irina Grikić, Pavle Ivić and Alexander Mladenović. The Croatian side is split. One school of paleography basically challenges the letters being Serbian. It claims that majority of the most important documents of Bosnian Cyrillic had been written either before any innovations devised at the Serbian royal court happened, or did not have any historical connection with it whatsoever. The Serbian claims on the origin of Bosnian Cyrillic are unfounded, and the script, since belonging to the Croatian cultural sphere, should be called not Bosnian, but Croatian Cyrillic. Another school of Croatian philologists acknowledges that Serbian connection, as exemplified in variants present at the Serbian court of King Dragutin, did influence Bosnian Cyrillic, but they aver it was just one strand, since scriptary innovations have been happening both before and after the mentioned one. First school insists that all Bosnian Cyrillic texts belong to the corpus of Croatian literacy, and the second school that all texts from Croatia and only apart from Bosnia and Herzegovina are to be placed into Croatian literary canon. Also, the second school generally uses the name Western Cyrillic instead of Croatian Cyrillic. Both schools mention that various sources, both Croatian and other European, call this script Croatian letters or Croatian script. The main Croatian authorities in the field are Vatroslav Đajić, Mate Tenta, Ciro Truhelka, Vladimir Vrana, Jaroslav Sidak, Hertikuna, Tomislav Rauka, Eduard Ercegonia and Benedict Zelic Bukin. Bosniak scholars unisonally dismiss any claims of Croat of Serb affiliation, instead maintaining the Bosnian Cyrillic as ethnically Bosnian and, consequently, Bosniak, in legacy of medieval Bosnia and the native Bosnian Church. The irony of the contemporary status of Bosnian Cyrillic is as follows. Scholars are still trying to prove that Bosnian Cyrillic is ethnically their own, while simultaneously relegating the corpus of Bosnian Cyrillic written texts to the periphery of national culture. This extinct form of Cyrillic is peripheral to Croatian paleography, which focuses on Glagolitic and Latin script corpora. Legacy. In 2015, a group group of artists started a project called I Write to You in Bosančica, which involved art and graphic design students from Banja Luka, Sarajevo, Serbo-Croatian, and Trebinje. Exhibitions of the submitted artworks will be held in Sarajevo, Trebinje, Serbo-Croatian, Zagreb, and Belgrade. The purpose of the project was to resurrect the ancient script and show the common cultural past of all the groups in Bosnia and Herzegovina. The first phase of the project was to reconstruct all of the ancient characters by using ancient handwritten documents. Names used in scholarship and literature. Zapadna Cyrillica by Croatian linguist Stjepan Ivčić. Poljica Azbukvica among the people of Poljica and Fran Ivanišvić. Bosansko-Dalmatinska Cyrillica by Croatian linguist Vatroslav Jajic. Bosanska Cyrillica by Croatian historian and Catholic priest Franjo Ratski. Hrvatsko-Bosanska Cyrillica by Croatian historian and politician Ivan Kukuljević Saksinski. Bosanica by Stjepan Zlatic. Bosanska Azbukva by Catholic priest Ivan Bursic. By Franciscan writer Ivan Franjo Dukic. By Slovene linguist Jernej Kopita. Bosanska Brazopishnografia by E.F. Karskij. Zapadna Varijantis Arilskog Brazopisa by Peter Thordick. Arvaskopismo, Arvatica, Arvakopismo, in the Charter of Povlja, Stara Srbija, term used by the notable Ottoman Bosnian frontier lords, the Kulinovići, to denote the script. Srpski, term used by Croatian writer Matija Anton Rilković in his work Satire. Srpski, by Fra Anton Depope. Srpski, term used by Bosnian Franciscan writer Matija Divković in his work Nauk Krstijanski, printed in 1616. Gallery.